Dumela, Sawubona, Sakpase, Namaste, Upshin, Dubro Otra, Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Buenas noches, bonsoir, and what's going on? Good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Digital Couch. My name is Doriel Inez Larrier of Larrier's Education and Resource Network, where I plant seeds to help you grow. And this is Season 2, Episode 6. It is phenomenal. It is Episode 6. And I'm so very blessed and humbled to have on the digital couch tonight an amazing entrepreneur who took, let's say, hurt and made it hilarious. Definitely took some lemons and made it into lemonade, all while being a mom, trying to fight with the entities that told her that she couldn't, and watch her turn those entities' ideas and make them her own. Please welcome to the digital couch tonight. Welcome, Sister Tunu Thom. Good evening. How are
Hi.
you? Welcome to the
How are
digital
you?
couch. Yay!
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, how are we now? How are we now?
I can't hear you at all.
Okay. So let's see what we got. All right, how about now? How about now? How are you now? Okay, I can hear. I can hear. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Sometimes these things happen, so we're gonna figure out, and we're going to return to the couch. So I want to give you a little background on the sister who is coming to the couch tonight while we get our digital devices working. 2 months ago, I was at a virtual Kwanzaa celebration. And while I was at the celebration doing a presentation, I met a couple of amazing. Are you there now? Hey. I met a couple of amazing young women, and we were all sharing our gifts and talents and our businesses. And I said to some of them, I said, it's really great to hear your stories, and I really think that other people. Oh, I guess she'll be back. I that other people should hear your story too, and that is what the digital couch is all about, and that is to share the stories of people as they are growing and moving through their journey of sharing their knowledge. Over the past 2 years, probably a little bit more, my platform that started as the Power of Story and has morphed into the digital couch, of course, has welcomed a number of people from artists, authors, celebrities, entrepreneurs, of course, writers, people with letters behind their name, be it D-Min, PhD, what's the other one? What is the dot? Oh, I have to figure out who people are when they have like a degree or a terminal degree in holistic medicine. Help me out, people. I can't remember all this stuff in my head, but I at least know people who do. And those people who come on the couch, of course, they have the opportunity to share. Now, how is it that people actually sort of get to do this, there will, of course, is a whole process. I do not let anybody just come and sit on the couch. Of course, we have to go through a little like chit chat session just to make sure that the information aligns with my mission. And my mission is to share on is to share people who have an inspiring word, who have an inspiring business, who have an okay, here we go. Here we go. We back. Yay!
We're back. We're in full effect.
We're in full effect, no problem. So I was actually just saying that people, of course, have to go through like a little vetting process before they get on the couch. That not everybody comes and like just dishes dirt. This is not a dirt dishing situation. This is all uplifting information. So why don't we use the
Absolutely.
time that's ours? Sister Tunu, tell us all about Art Mommy Inc. Tell us all about this comedian work that you've done. When did it start? How did it get going? Please give us the tea because I got my cup here. I know you got your cup. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not really sure what happened, but things
We
happen
go.
all the time, right?
Don't worry. We're going to keep on pushing. But that's, like I said, it's a part of the shtick. Stuff happens. And what do we do with it? We keep flowing.
Keep flowing. I'm like, okay, China, you want to build the sun? It's fine. There's fires in the ocean. It's all good. I'm a Black mother in the United States. Like, I'm not afraid.
Wait a minute. We're Black mothers in Brooklyn. There's a difference.
Listen, so unafraid, so connected to God, so focused, so clear. I'm talking to the one of the taxi drivers we had today, and he started talking about the shootings that happened in the area recently. And and it's not because I choose community, but I choose exactly what comes into my sphere. I choose what comes into my cipher. I choose what comes into my system. I choose what comes into my mind. That's my divine right. So there have been times where I felt like it was my responsibility to know everything. I need to know. And this insatiable really shifted me away from exactly what my purpose and path is and is exploding into, right? And so began to see my need to know as something that was completely ego driven. And the more I knew about what was inside, is the less that what was outside mattered. And the more that I'm able to create what I wanted to be happening outside and around me. Right. And so here we are. I'm on a digital couch speaking about Art Mommy Inc., speaking about comedy, speaking about my experience raising my children, rearing my children, and also raising myself. Right. Because that's an interesting concept. We think about motherhood and we think motherhood is about birthing a child, but motherhood is really about initiating oneself into understanding the principles of creativity. And so that's a direction that we really need during our downtime, during this internal time that the entire world has been able to partake in. We recognize the power of not only we recognize the power of creativity. So Art Mommy Inc. is really about supporting the everyday artist,
Oh,
right?
hold on. Tunu.
And utilizes the best of themselves, but we're not tapped into it, right?
Hold on a second. I just want to refresh this because there's a lot of stoppages. Okay.
Sure.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay. He
How are
can't.
we now?
I don't need him to. Oh, but he needs something else.
How are we now?
Okay, so let's move him from the door, please. I can hear you much better.
Okay. All right. Let's see how we're doing.
I think to let the baby in. Lord have mercy. Okay, just let him in, Becca. Let him in. Okay, I need you to give him something because I'm in an interview, honey. If you can't give him something, open the door and let him in. Sorry about that.
This is all real time. This is mommyhood in
Can
effect. Listen, just bring the baby
you
in,
hear me
put him
okay?
on your lap. Put him on your lap.
No, you
We'll
can't hear me
talk
at
to
all?
him.
He about to come
Oh,
in here. If she does it, then he'll come in. But you sound super slow.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out why there's such a weird delay today. Not really sure. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, one more time.
Should I
Yeah,
log
let's
off
try
and come
that.
back in?
Let's try
Okay.
that. Okay. So this is like snafus that happen. Of course, I cannot control the internet streets, and sometimes people think that we can, but we can't. I can always restart my system, but if something happens within the wires, that's totally out of my control. So those people who are staying and here for it, I really appreciate you. But listen, if this happens at CNN and it happens at ABC when again things are out of your control, what do? You fill in the blanks. I do not tell jokes. That is not my thing. That is what Tanu, who's going to be on the couch, that's what she does. So I'm going to let her do that. But what I will do is I'll actually give you a little preview of what is going to happen on the digital couch. So we are booked for the next we are booked for the next 3 months. So if you are here, if you chill with us for on a regular basis, then we look forward to having you invite other people in, of course. And again, we're booked for the next like 10 to 12 episodes. So if there is anybody that you know who you are interested in saying, hey, I think this person has some interesting content, or they're doing something that's really amazing in the community, for people, for society, then invite them. And I'll be happy to chat with them and to say, hey, let's have a chat. Let's share the information. And it doesn't have to be someone who is, okay, great. It doesn't have to be someone who is just here in New York. Of course, I'm a Brooklynite because I love Brooklyn, but it could be anybody across the country or across the world. I definitely am interested in expanding this throughout the globe. So I can only do it with your support. All right. I think she's back. Yay. How we doing
Hi.
now?
Take
Yay.
two.
Hey, too.
Thank you so
So
much for having me.
I know minute
Thank you so much for
13.
having me.
It's
I
quite all right.
know.
It's quite all right. So how did you get started with Art Mommy Inc? And how did you incorporate this whole comedian work into it? And how are the two fitting together, or how do they not
So
fit together?
they fit together perfectly. So I had my daughter, and I previous to having her, I was traveling around the world, lecturing, teaching dance, teaching theater. I was just really immersed in my art, global, and it felt so beautiful. And then I had my daughter, and she really truly grounded me. I don't know if you any mother about breastfeeding, and literally breastfeeding forces you to sit, and really just take the time, take the moments. And so I began to question, what is is my value in that I'm mothering? And some really beautiful thoughts began to blossom from that point on. And it kind of started in a bit of a silly way. I started thinking, and I got like super, it could have been pregnancy hormones, but I just got super emotional because I thought to myself, people in the planet, they all have mothers. And mothering is such a powerful concept. You are constantly mothering. You never stop mothering, even if you lose a child. You're constantly nervous. And then what are the values of being an artist, right? And what is the creative power of that, and how to mesh those two at one in a way that was authentic, in a way that stands for humanity, in a way that stands for the direction that humanity can grow in. And we're at a very pivotal history. And that's exciting for me because we're seeing so many things just shift, right? And they're shifting because we're demanding that they shift, right? People are, it's something happening called the decentralization of our banks, right? Our financial system is becoming more transparent. Something that's happening is called the great resignation. People are choosing themselves over a career that they think is something that would miss. People have decided that they want to live a certain, and that is extremely powerful, and that includes figuring out how we go up for one another in community, in our families. And so Leah had Coca a while ago, he said family is the only institution, and I believe that very dearly. Family is really the institution that grounds you in your values, right? But not all of us have these amazing families. In fact, everybody's family is some way, shape, or form. Art Mommy Inc. is about creating a space where artists as well as parents can find value in the way that they want it and the way that they want their projects and their family structures to move. So it's been a lot of fun. I offer mindset coaching for artists and for parents, for parent artists. And also it applies to speak about the values that are important for humanity, to encounter and encompass and live with, right? So partnership is important, creativity is important, right? Self-love is important. And all of these can be paradigm shifts if we allow them to be. If we really just step back, sit into what we see as success, because we're also redefining that, right? And so redefining success means, wait a second, hold on. Maybe this is not about a television show or an arena. Maybe this is about shifting what happens in my home slowly but surely. And as I shift what's happening in my home, my spirit's body, as well as my home where I reside, then
Mm-hmm.
slowly and surely things begin to shift in our world. Our perspective is what runs the show, right? And so as for comedy, it's very interesting because I was terrified. Like, I think I told my husband, and that was it. I was like, honey, I think I want to do comedy. And he was just like, oh, it's a great idea. Come on, that's a good idea. Let's do it. You'll be great, Again, I was like, shh, don't talk about that. You don't say anything about comedy. Like, no, you will not speak that again. It's very, very terrified to do. And I decided to do it at Pittsburgh, and I produced a show. I performed for about 55 minutes on comedy. I wrote and just kind of listened to me, and she helped weed things out. And I didn't even, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Like, I didn't even know you're supposed to go to this club and that club and test things out on different audiences. Like I just didn't know. But my process worked for me, you know? And so what I'll say about that is everybody has their also worked because I trained as a dancer and an actor from like pretty much my entire life, right? So I've been dancing professionally on stages since the age of 6,
Oh, wow.
the age of, I would say, 10, right? So dancing professionally, act professionally, it definitely helped with the physicalities of comedy, right? It definitely helped with my stage presence and also my confidence. But really, it's an inside job. All of this is an inside job, you
It
know.
sure is an inside job.
The very powerful thing is that once we all, you know, it's all an inside job. My son is about to be a part of this interview. Let him in if you like.
Come on
Yeah.
in.
So,
Come on in.
in terms of it being an inside job, that is actually the thread. Job next, everything, right? So it's a matter of mommy's working. You want to join me? If you want to join, and I have some water here, but sister can feed you. He
I
left.
knew he was coming into the show. I knew. Oh,
Inside job, right? So I happen to believe that we already have everything that we are inside of us. I happen to believe that it's our responsibility to unleash what we have inside of us. People think, "Oh, you have to work really hard and pay dues," and it's true. You do have to, you know, but once you've developed your character, what you give attention to, you, you can only manifest what action of you. And it's our responsibility to continue to fine tooth comb examine ourselves, the beautiful parts, you know. And so I knew that doing comedy was something that I had to confront because I was so scared, you know. And
okay.
when I did it, it was extremely fulfilling, and I'm just very grateful to be in this space, you know. Yeah.
So I have one more question, and then I actually want to bring you back so that we can get all of these juices. Okay. So if someone is an
Wait, I can
artist,
hardly hear you.
ooh, okay. So let's say testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear that? Okay, good. So we're probably going to redo this just to make sure it's real, real clean. But if someone wanted to start, if someone is a parent and they want to start like some entrepreneurial business, who comes to you? Like, how do you support people who are mommies and who also want to get into either art or entrepreneurship? How do you do that? Uh-oh.
The I didn't hear the entire question, but what I did hear was how do parents find me? Okay, oh, come.
Yep.
I didn't hear the entire question. Okay. I didn't really
I
hear
knew
the
he was
question.
coming.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Why
Hi.
cry?
How do you help parents in their work?
You don't want that?
Sure, let him be a part. No problem. He is why you're here.
Okay. All right. So I didn't hear the. I didn't. Work if you're gonna keep tape. Okay. No, come. All I didn't quite hear the question.
Okay, let me try to repeat. If how when parents come to you,
And now
if
you're
they're
back.
in so how do you support people who are parents and who want to do artistic work? All right. I think it looks like we're having like a lot of technical glitches tonight. Hold on, folks. Hold on. All right, can you hear now?
Okay. I
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. This is what we're going to do to make sure that we do this clean. We're actually going to redo this episode and I will upload the episode because I want you to hear this amazing person. I know she's phenomenal. You've already seen the energy. She's juggling mommyhood, being a comedian, being an artist, and actually living her true purpose. And I definitely want people to hear that. So, if you are on here live and you're watching, thank you so much for trying to uh, chill with us for the moment. But we're going to do this again. Again, there are certain things that are just not in our control, and we try to roll with it. I was trying to push through, but we'll just redo it. All right. So, peace and blessings. This is a Learn to Grow You moment where I plant seeds to help you grow. If you did hear it, please drop it in the comments. I will leave this up probably just for tonight, but then I'll take it down and I'll redo it. All right. Much love. Thank you so much. You will see the replay probably by the end of the week, and then we will pick up where we left off and be back next Monday for episode. Can you hear me? Episode 7. Wait. Let's see. Wait. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. I was just like saying goodbye
Can you see
because
me?
I can see you and hear you. Yeah.
All right. This has been a test in patience. Okay, that's perfect. That's fine.
So wait, so this is what I think we'll do. Hold on a second. We're gonna record this and we're gonna put it up. We'll record it and then we'll put it up
Okay.
just so that people can have like a clean one. So folks, and there are people who are still here and I really thank you so much. But again, I was just saying that sometimes there are just things that are out of our control technologically and we try to roll with it. So those of you who are here, again, I'll leave this up for tonight, but I'll take it down and then we'll redo this and I'll put it up in the same thread. All right. So Sister Tunu, I'm going to call you. Peace and blessings. I'll see you all in
Thank
a
you.
few days. Hold on.